Good afternoon and welcome to This Month in Realty. Today I'm super happy to have back Heather Witte. Heather is with the EXP Group in Austin and Georgetown, Texas. Heather, tell us about the market in Austin and Georgetown.
Well, Bob, like just about everywhere else, the market has gone out the flipping window. It's on crazy town, right? So I, of course, have some numbers because who would I be if I wasn't sharing stats, right?
Yeah.
I know. Okay, so I'm just looking at Williamson County. Okay, I just picked a county. We're picking Williamson County. We're looking at the number of active listings, and we're looking back before the pandemic. So these 2 years are just crazy. Okay, 2020, 2021 are just nut jobs, right? So let's look.
And you froze up there, Heather.
What? I'm here.
Okay, you froze up in the middle of it. You got to let's look.
Okay. Oh, my internet connection must be unstable.
I think sharing screen is going to be difficult, maybe.
Might be too much.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it still frozen?
No, I can hear you now.
Okay. So we'll just cut this part out. All right.
I'll probably leave it in just for the fun of it.
Just for the fun of it? Awesome. Do that.
Okay, so you were talking about the market being crazy in 2020 and 2021.
Yes. And so let's look at 2022 and compare it to pre-pandemic. Okay. So we have very low number of active listings, which is why there was such, crazy times and over asking prices. And there just wasn't enough inventory to support all the buyer demand. Right. Well, now if you look, we're back up here at over 3,000 active listings in September. Right. And go back pre-pandemic. Okay. And so it's up around a little bit higher right now, but up around kind of normal-ish numbers, right? So over last year, it's gone up 172%. That's a whole lot from last year, right? So buyers have a lot of opportunity to go find listings right now. They can go find a house. They're out there. They're available, right? So then let's look at the number of sales, okay?
Okay.
So this is the number of closed transactions, all right? So September, 2 crazy years, 2020, 2021. Here we are at 914 for September, back to right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Back to normal.
We're leveling out.
We're leveling off. It's not crazy. 2018, people, if you remember back, people were still buying and selling homes in 2018, and they even had less closed transactions in September. Yes. Don't freak out. Stop freaking out. Okay. So let's go on to close price versus the original price ratio. This is for what the house was listed for versus what it closed for. Okay. So it's down a little below 100%. Okay. We were seeing above sales price, right? But now it's down a little bit below, but still at 96%. That's kind of normal.
Yeah, that's exactly where it should be. 111%, so again, was just insane.
Right. So this is normal. This is fine. Okay. And so let's look at our close price. This is where everyone should be jumping up and down going, woohoo, right? So September of 2018, 313.5, now 518. Yes. People have some equity in their homes.
Right there.
Right? Here's the money shot right here. Y'all still have tons of equity in your homes. The buyers are out there. It's just taking a little longer. Back in 2018, you weren't selling a house in a weekend. We're not selling a house in a weekend anymore. Yeah. And oh, by the way, if you overprice your house, it's still not going to sell. Okay, so you still got to be realistic. So yeah, that's what's going on in the Austin market. Again, this is Williamson County specifically, but I figured I'd just pick a county and go from there.
Okay, so this begs the question, because this is we're dealing with buyers and sellers of residential property right now. Yeah. Is this a good time to be an investor?
It's an awesome time to be an investor.
Tell me
Absolutely
why.
Awesome time. Well, because there's actual inventory. And you can actually go out and find a house that suits your needs for your purposes as an investor, right? Whether you're wanting a duplex, whether you want single family homes, whether you want small apartments, whatever it is, you can go out and you can actually find those things. They're available. And the prices are more normal.
Okay.
You're not competing with everybody. So especially for those investors, there's people who wanted to invest. They were really wanting to get some investment property, have a couple of rental properties, but they just couldn't compete in this crazy market. Now is an absolutely fabulous time to jump in and get that done because, oh, by the way, with all these buyers going, ooh, interest rates are so crazy.
Yeah.
What do you think they're doing? They're not living in their cars.
Yeah.
They're renting.
Yeah.
Right? And so rents are actually going up.
So if you own an investment property, you basically are owning a bank account.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
because, and the one thing that I didn't show is we are still seeing, and you can see it in those numbers, but home prices are still appreciating year over year.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not doing, 30%. It's closer to like, 3 to 10%.
Yeah.
Right. Leveling out around 5-6%. So that's normal appreciation. That's what we were seeing traditionally. That's sustainable. That's great. And so you're still getting appreciation in the home that you own as an investor. Plus you're having a tenant pay your mortgage for you.
Okay.
So great time to be an investor.
So then the next question comes, and you and I have talked about entry-level homes and how the postcard buyers have snapped up, the institutional buyers have taken away a lot of the beginner homes that, the young couple needs to have to then 5 years later buy the bigger home. So there's been a theft of wealth in America through that.
Yes.
Where will Austin and Georgetown grow to? I know I'm here in Dallas and there's tons of land, but in Austin and Georgetown, what part of the city do they have available for these newer homes, hopefully at a reasonable price point for starter home buyers?
Right. So we're seeing a ton of growth both east and west of town. Okay. Mainly out kind of like northwest, out Burnett way. We're seeing a lot of growth out that direction. And then we're also seeing a ton of growth east of town, like in the Taylor, out towards Rockdale, heading that direction out 79. There's still tons of growth happening over that way. And then in Gerald, just north of the Georgetown area, there's a lot of opportunity for first-time home buyers up that direction. So there's lots of lower priced homes, if you will, sort of in the mid threes.
Okay.
We're seeing that. Yeah. So great opportunities there. And they're newer homes. So, it's a really nice little area. It's not that far from anywhere.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. So good to know. If I'm coming out there looking at that price point, that's where I need to be focused.
Yes,
Heather,
sir.
how would somebody reach you?
Best way is to call or text, and that's 512-994-4663.
Okay. And I'll put everything below. Come back next time.
Of course.
Okay. Tune in next month to hear more from Heather and other real estate experts around the United States and Canada. Take care.
Thank you.